Tavex, Tavex, purity and becoming one. You know what I do. You expect when I do my videos, unless I don't lose my ring, I put that Tavex, purity and becoming one. I'm going to show you the crown. Is the crown. It's the crown. Tavex, purity becoming one. The J.S. people's secrets. Groundbreaking secrets exposed. Truth seeker in the house. 3396 Tavex. You know how we do. You know how we do. Tavex. Tavex. It's the crown. It's the crown. Tavex. Every knee shall bow. Tavex. Purity becoming one. We seeking shalom later, because there ain't no peace now. Let us be TVET. You coming into the right day. Yep. Tavex. Purity and becoming one. Purity and becoming one. Down. You fear the Most High, keep His commandments. You'll have one on top of your head under King David, Danny Armstead. Tavex. Purity and becoming one. You know what we do. You know what we do. We show the signet ring. Tav. Tav means purity and becoming one. We need purity in Israel. A crown like that will be on top of your head. Fear the Most High, keep His commandments, make it all the way to the end. No, He's only God alone, the Lord alone. That was the question. Now, most of the people that listen, not you guys here, but most of the people that's going to tune into this video later, you haven't really heard that. Even if you read it, you skip right over it, went over your head, over your pay grade. You haven't heard that. That's what is needed to be said. Shalom, shalom, shalom. But are you pure? Most High requires that. You don't know what He requires because you don't read. Here at Hebron I.s.u.p.k, I'm going to try to help you out with that. Mary Harris, long time no see. Tavex, purity becoming one, purity becoming one. And the crown will be on your head as well. It's a crown on the signet ring. Crown will be on your head if you fear the Most High, keep His commandments. Worry about shalom at this point. Worry about purity because we're coming to the end. Can you feel it? Can you feel the frequency, the vibration in the air? Even the Gentile heathens know. Houston, there's a problem. Now all the things I had something on the stove. I had a thing. Jason Edwards in the house. Tavex. I'm glad you tuned in. Let me show you the crown. It's my signet ring. I don't put shalom because the word earth, there's no peace in the earth. There was peace, the air, the water, the food, the animals, the people, the weather, everything would be in peace and tranquility. There's only chaos and havoc and witchcraft in the earth. So read Hosea 8, watch the Most High telling Israel, is Israel capable of purity? And he got the answer. He knows the answer. And his answer, go bring your ass back to Egypt. That means go back to slavery because you ain't pure. You ain't even striving to be pure. And I'm not here saying, oh, a new Yeshua Israel, I'm pure. I strive to be pure. I strive to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. I strive to have undivided loyalty to Him. I know He's the creator and the savior and redeemer and the Lord of lords. There's none else. He has no sidekick. I try to live it out. That's striving to try to be pure in alignment with His word. We got all these men camps and Christians. Shalom, shalom. Where's shalom? I haven't seen it. Tavex. Rasta Hill in the house. She came to a good video today. All the videos are basically good. Not because I wrote it, because the Most High inspires me, puts things in my head, not tells me anything, it's just things. Hey, it's a video, and I do a video. This was an extra special video, though. Tavex, Rasta, Jason. Hold on, I'm gonna check two other people. Hold on. You're on live now. You want to come on? You're ready to start. I'm live now. On. You're ready to start. I'm live now. I'm getting ready to start. All right. Just let's give them a few more minutes. Like another 2 minutes. If everybody's not going to come in, whoever's in now, it's just going to be us. And there's a lot of people in here anyway. We don't need any more, but I'm just trying to give two other people a chance to see if they want to come in before I start and give this great lesson. It's going to be short. It's not going to be long. You won't need it to be long because I'm going to go right to the point. And then as soon as I'm done with this video, I just got another quick video. It's going to be like a 5-10 minute video too, very short, but it's for the heathens. I know I've been making a lot of videos lately and a lot of short videos, but it's needed. Hold on, let me check. I got my electric scooter plugged in. I don't want to overcharge it. Hold on. And I'm glad I remembered it because it was already charged. The green light was already on. And Young King in the house, Tav X. I'm glad you came into this one. You usually come in all the time. Tav X, purity becoming one. Try to be pure so you can have one of these on top of your head when the new kingdom comes. And you know we're living in the last days. Hold on. Let's give it another minute and then we'll start. Yes. You know what? We listen. Let me just tell you, this stuff, it's new to me. It's new to me. I knew what's in their books. I know what's in their books. Like I read the Quran from cover to cover, so I know what's in there, so I could blast them. I ain't read it just to blast them. A long time ago, somebody told me, "Yo, come to my mosque or whatever." They gave me a Quran. And they gave it to the wrong person because, usually people ain't going to read something like that. It's like this thick. I read it all. And it was a bad thing that they gave it to me because I got so much ammunition for the Islamic people. They're far away from me. They won't be able to answer none of my questions. So I I had the Mishnah in my hand before, but I never read it. I read some of the Talmud before, yes, but the Mishnah I didn't. But excuse me, the Mishnah is in the Talmud. There's several things I want to show you. Real talk, you came to a great video. I told the people, hang on. We're already at 9 minutes, but I told them to hang on because when I start, I don't want to restart this. Anyway, it's going to be a short video anyway. It's only going to be a couple minutes there. I'm going to read it to you, show it to you, and be in amazement. And then look for my next video that's coming out right after this one. And that's going to be a short one too. Tav X, purity becoming one. Tav X, you know what I do? I show my signet ring. And today I'm going to show you the crown. If you strive to keep the Most High's commandment, one of these will be sitting on top of your head. Under King David. We're living in the end times. We will definitely start now. The video is, and again, thank you for you guys coming in and join with this video. The J-ish people, you know who I'm talking about. Groundbreaking secrets exposed. And I'm going to expose it here at Hebrew on the Island too. I want you to expose it. I want you to put it Surah 420. Yo, Surah 84, Surah 56, Surah 76. Don't start me up in the Quran. Yo, I know. Listen, you know, if you guys consider me as your Koheleth, other people say moray, teacher. Koheleth is a teacher. You read it in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. I've read the whole Bible a whole bunch of times. I'm talking about the KJV with that New Testament. I was an assistant pastor in America. A lot of people don't know that. And you won't believe my whole congregation outside of my family was Caucasian. They loved me, except one racist guy. He hated me. He just was looking at me like trying to melt me with Superman, red eyes. He wanted to melt me off the pulpit. I can see it. And I used to try to smile at him a little bit like, nigga, they all want me. You don't want me, get out of here. So I was a pastor. I read the Quran, cover to cover. I know what's in it. I know the surahs. Not all of them. I know the atomic bomb ones that just makes their mouth shut. You know, so anyway, I know some of the Talmud. And I'm going to share some with you today, which should be the nail in the coffin to these people. I already made a couple of videos telling you what Semitic means. It's Afro-Asiatic peoples and languages. I told you that already. My videos are my notes are my videos. All you have to do is study all my videos. I got over 500 of them, and you'll know exactly what I know. And what do you think? I just make these videos and just keep making videos? No. Every day I study my notes over and over again. I take a portion alongside of the Phoenician Hebrew because I study that. I don't study how to speak it. I study the grammar and the pictographs of it. That's how I got Tav for you, because I know the alphabet. And Tav means purity and becoming one. Ezekiel 37, the two houses, house of Judah, house of Israel, becoming one. But anyway, let's get to it. Nobody else is coming on. Groundbreaking. I'm going to show you, and you can look it up for yourself. I'm going to bring it close. Maybe, let me see if you can see it. If not, I'm going to spell it. I'm going to have to write it out right now, and I should have did it. But you should be able to see this. Right here in the top corner, I'm going to see if I can bring it in. Yeah, you can see it. It says Surfaria. You see that in the top corner right there. Surfaria. Google that, put Surfaria online, and it's going to bring you to this. This says browse the library of the Tanakh, which has the Talmud, the Halakha, I don't know how you say it, Halakha, the Mishnah, the Midrash, and the Kabbalah. Look at them. You should be able to see them. And what we're going to do, I showed it. You can't see the spelling. It's right there in the corner. Look. Can you see the spelling, or do you want me to spell it? Okay. How is that spelled? All right, let me spell it for you. Hold on. Let me write it down. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got a blank piece of paper. Let me spell it for you. Let me spell it. All right. All right, I spelled it for you. That's how you spell it. Sepharia. The Sepharia. The Sepharia. Online. The Sepharia. Listen, when the video's up, all you have to do is go back and you'll be able to find it. Sepharia. All right, online. And that brings you to this. All right, hold on. So I don't got high-tech stuff. That brings you to this page. Sorry for the light. And on that page, it says browse, it says, hold on. I don't know why there's so much glare. But trust me, you go to that page yourself, the Sepharia. It says, browse the history of the Tanakh, the Talmud, the Halakha, the Mishnah, the Midrash, and the Kabbalah. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to put it on the screen, and then you could look, you'll go on the line yourself to prove what I'm saying, to test what I'm saying. All right, Eddie, don't make mistakes now. Let's get it right. And then this is the next page. You're gonna go to the Midrash. Okay? This is the next page you're gonna see. I'm sorry for the glare, but I gave you the name. Okay? And we're going, and hold it. First, let me read you this part. This one I'm getting ready to show you was written by one of the famous, most renowned rabbi scholars back in the day, who is an author in the Midrash. He's in the Mishnah. He's the author. He's one of the main authors, rabbis in there, that they go by it still today. This was completed around the 2nd and 3rd century CE. It was completed by Rabbi Eliezer Perky Day. But they say it backwards. Remember, they're not reading from left to right like we read. They read from right to left. So it's going to be Perky Day Rabbi Eliezer. And that's what you're going to see up here when I go to the next screen. And he's one of the most revered rabbis in the ancient books. We're going to go to his book in the Midrash. And I'm sorry it's the glare, but I'm giving you where you can look it up. And we're going to read his portion in the Midrash. Sorry, I'm not saying it like how they say it, the Mishnah rather, because it's the Midrash and the Mishnah. It's in the Mishnah. Perky de Rabbi Eliezer. And we're going to go to the 24th chapter, and we're going to read what he has written from the 2nd and 3rd century that they use today. That all the rabbis study in all those Hebrew schools all around the world, from time past to time right now. We're going to put a nail in the coffin of we're the real Jews and all that stuff. Nah, Remember, I made videos also told you what Semitic means is Afro-Asiatic. I told you Genesis chapter 10, verses 1 to 4. First Colossians 1, it says Japheth had sons, Gog, Magog, Tubal, Madi, Gomer, and a whole bunch of other ones. And then Gomer had sons. One of his sons is called Ashkenaz. You know, the people that stole our identity and made our culture a religion called Judaism. They are the Isles of the Gentiles. When you read Genesis chapter 10, verses 1 to 4, First Colossians 1. When you read Amos 9:7, the minor prophet Amos is telling you that the Most High said the children of Israel look to him like Ethiopians. Then say we are the Ethiopians, we look like them. He compares his children to the Ethiopians. And this is going to bring it home. This is just a home run. There's somebody on first base, there's somebody on second base, there's somebody's on third base. And here at Hebron Island 2, I'm going to hit, and I'm going to hit a home run and bring everybody home. So there's going to be 4 home runs today. So I already told you, you go to the Sephria online, you're going to come to that other page where it says the Tanakh, the Mishnah, the Madrid, the Helakaha, and then you want to pick the Mishnah. But listen, this is the name you put. All you have to even do is put this guy's name in, and he's going to come up. No, good 24. Hold on, let me try to get it. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not good with. Okay, well, anyway, it's here. This is a new site for me. It's in English and thing. Now, hold it. It's going to say his name right here. But I'm not, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. And let me see if I can bring this closer. Hold on. Yeah, look, it's small, but try to, hold on. I'm sorry, I don't have the super technology. But if you look, hold on. Let me get it out of here. Something hit. I'm sorry, this video is not perfect, but it's enough. You can see, if you look here, his name is Perky D. Rabbi Eliezer. It should be, let me see where my finger is. It's right on the top line. The top line. I'm sorry if I can't bring it more clearer to you. That's his name, Perky, Pirkei, D. Rabbi Eliezer. And I'm going to put his name in there anyway, because maybe, say if you have problems finding it, I'm going to give you his name, and I'm going to tell you what book it is, and maybe you could just type this is his name in the book, and it'll come up. So hold on. I'm sorry, it's not perfect, but there's nothing perfect. But what I'm going to do is, you got the information. My job was to bring the information out. This is his name. Perky D. Rabbi Eliezer. That's how they write it. And he has a lot of chapters they're chapters. We want to go to the 24th chapter. Eleazar 24. We want to go to the 24th chapter. That's his name, Perky D. Rabbi Eleazar. And this is the website, Sephria Online. Okay? Now let's go to it. And you see the books, like you see all the numbers? There, you see all those numbers, you click 24. So when you click 24, it's bringing you right here. It's in Hebrew. It's in Hebrew. Look, 24. It's in Hebrew. Now I'm going to read the English. And what it is Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. You're like, why is the New Yeshua Israel reading Nimrod and the Tower of Babel? Because in it is the groundbreaking information that the fake Jewish people who stole our identity, no, you ain't going to read it. No, you're not going to find it. No, you're not going to know to go to the Sephria Online. They know you're not going to know their famous rabbi of old called Perky Day Rabbi Eleazar. They know you're not going to know to find it in his chapter 24. That is the oral law, the Mishnah. They kind of hold that higher than the Tanakh, than the law, than any other book. It's the oral law. And it's a collection of the old rabbis, how they viewed the law, the civil, the ceremonial, the dietary, and the sacrificial. So they know, they have that in there. Let me read it to you. And like I said, I'm going to try to bring it close. Let me see if I can bring it close. There it is, the Hebrew at the top. And then here it is in the English. It's short. It's right there. So you saw the Hebrew. Now this is the English. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. Now I'm gonna read it to you. Hold on, let me leave that there. Nope, this can't put it that close. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Let me see if I can put it here. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. They must be doing something to try not to have this thing be exposed. Try not to have this thing be exposed. Listen, I'm gonna leave it right here. All right, I'm gonna leave it right here. I already told you. I told you what it is. I told you where it is. I'm gonna read you. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. This is from Perky de Rabbi Eleazar, written in the 2nd and 3rd century, one of the most renowned rabbis listed in the Mishnah, Mishnea, in the Mishnah. And you can find it on the Sephria. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. Noah brought his sons and his grandsons, and he blessed them with their several settlements, and he gave them as an inheritance all the earth. He especially blessed Shem and his sons, making them dark but comely, and he gave them the habitable earth. It says in the Mishnah that Noah gave the whole earth to Shem, and that he made them dark but beautiful. He blessed Ham and his sons, making them dark like the ravens. And he gave them as an inheritance the coast of the sea. So he says in the Mishnah that Moses made Ham dark too, but dark like the ravens. You know, the ravens are pitch dark. So Shem is not pitch dark. Shem is many colors of brown, many shades of brown. There's like over 260 shades of brown from dark, medium to light, ruddy. But Ham, he made him like the raven dark. Okay. Now he blessed Japheth and his sons, making them entirely white. And he gave them for an inheritance the deserts and the fields. These are the inheritance with which he endowed them. So in the Mishnah, I'm going to read it again. And you know what? I'm going to see if I got it on my phone. Maybe I can show you on my phone. Maybe it'll come in clearer. This is in the Mishnah. The most renowned rabbi, scholar in the 2nd and 3rd century that they use today. There's no more, the fake Caucasian Ashkenazis. No, they're not. It says it right in the Torah in Amos 9:7. The Most High said that Israel resembles the Ethiopians. Then it's in Amos 9:7, in Genesis chapter 10 and First Chronicles 1, it tells you the lineage of Japheth. It says they come from Gomer. Then Gomer had sons called Ashkenaz. Come on, it's simple. Connect the dots. These are the isles of the Gentiles. So stop letting them say, well, we the Israelites. And you better not say it. You better apologize. F that shit. It says it in the Mishnah. It says it in the Torah. You are the isles of the Gentiles. And in the Mishnah, your famous rabbi that the rabbis use today, Rabbi Eliezer D. Perky, said in the 2nd and 3rd century, which you still use today, that Noah brought his sons and his grandsons, and he blessed them with their several settlements, and he gave them as an inheritance all the earth. Now he's going to break it up, and you're going to see which one has what and what description of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem and his sons, making them dark but comely, and he gave them the habitable earth. So Shem is control of the whole earth. So wherever his footsteps is his, outside of the specific part that the Most High gave them. Because remember, he gave those other Ham and Japheth certain parts, but he gave Shem the whole earth. Let me read it again. Noah brought his sons and his grandsons, and he blessed them with the several settlements, and he gave them as an inheritance all the earth between the three sons. He gave them all the earth. He especially blessed Shem and his sons, making them dark but comely. Comely, when you look it up, means beautiful. So dark and beautiful. And he gave them the habitable earth. So that means the whole earth. He blessed Ham, now the next son, he blessed Ham and his sons, making them dark also, but like the raven. You know, ravens are like super dark. And he gave them as an inheritance the coast of the seas. He blessed Japheth, and his sons, making them entirely white, aka pale. And he gave them for an inheritance the deserts and the fields. Where they are, they're in that fake Israel right now in the desert. He gave them the deserts and the fields. That's why they like hunting too. But they don't got the best parts of the earth. Shem got it. And Ham got it. He got the coast. And remember, the habitable earth is Shem. And this is their inheritance, which he endowed upon them. Now, I'm going to see if I got it on my phone where it can be clearer. Hold up. Okay, let me see. Maybe you should be able to read this. Yeah, you should be able to read this probably one more clearer. Here we go. Let me see. Right there. That is Eliezer the Rabbi Perky in the Mishnah, chapter 24. The title, you see 20, you see 24 up there. Chapter 24. You see the title. The title is Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. Nimrod. So all you have to do is when I upload it, if you're not going to go look in it, look for it in the Sefaria. Sorry, remember, this is new to me. The Sefaria, you're looking up in the Mishnah. You're looking up in the Mishnah. You're looking up in the Mishnah. Rabbi Eliezer D. Perky. And we're going to go to his chapter 24. He's the renowned rabbi in the Mishnah, which is the oral law. They don't tell you, but they have the oral law at the highest peak, even over the law. Not us Torah Tanakh Israelites, the true physical Israelites, which are only the niggles that have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, who only suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26 and nobody else. There it is right there. You seen it. You see, I just read it. I'm ready to read it to you again, and then I'll put it up one more time, and I'm going to bring this video to a close. I'm going to make my next video. Look up for it, and I'll tell you the title. Hold up. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. Noah brought his sons and his grandsons, and he blessed them with their several settlements, and he gave them an inheritance all the earth. He especially blessed Shem and his sons, making them dark but comely, and he gave them the habitable earth. He blessed Ham and his sons, making them dark but like the ravens, and he gave them as an inheritance the coast of the seas. He blessed Japheth and his sons, making them entirely white, and he gave them for an inheritance the deserts and its fields. These are the inheritance which he endowed them. There you go. A new Yeshurun Israel bringing, there's his name right on top. There's his name. Look, don't say you can't see it. Eliezer de Rabbi, let me see, Perky de Rabbi Eliezer, number 24. There it is, right on the top. You see that? Number 24, and the title is Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. And this is what I just read to you right there. So you got it. Hopefully this was edifying. Hopefully this was edifying to you. You never, if they ever debate anybody, number one, they ain't going to debate people like myself or you. They ain't going to debate that, because we're going to go right to Genesis 10, 1 Chronicles 1, Amos 9:7, and the Mishnah. And then we're going to go to the definition, the encyclopedia definition of Semitic. And the old dictionary definition of Semitic, and it's going to tell you Afro-Asiatic. Shut them up. No more giving them no wiggle room. You're not the Hebrew physical Israelites. The physical Hebrew Israelites, Hebrewites, are dark-skinned people coming in all shades of brown and black. Those are the Hebrew Israelites. You pale-skinned demons are not the Israelites. It's in, I would say your book, but it's not. You stole our book. And that rabbi is a Negro guy, because he's the one that made it back then. And remember, they stole and took all our books and stuff. They took our culture and made it a religion called Judaism. Hopefully this was edifying. You don't need nothing else. This goes in the record books. This is in their Hebrew seminaries. I forgot what you call them. Oh, this Shiva, not the Shiva, is the, anyway, however you call their little Hebrew colleges that they study, schools. What do you call that? It slipped my mind. But anyway, what the rabbis are studying in their classes, they're studying the Mishra the Mishnah, the Talmud, the Kabbalah, the Torah. These are the books that they study. These are the books that they have. These are the books that they say, oh, we could trace back our history a long time ago and all that stuff like that. Mishnah chapter 24 of Rabbi Eliezer Perkari, whatever, however you say his name. Chapter 24 tells you Nimrod in the Tower of Babel, tells you Noah describing his sons to you, telling you their inheritance. Japheth is entirely white. His land allotment is the desert and the forest areas in the desert. Not just the beautiful forests in Shem and Ham's land. No, just the little tiny oases in the deserts. Finish those niggas. They the niggas. Hopefully this was edifying. Let me go over the thing. I'm sorry it wasn't so orderly, this video, but remember, everything's not perfect, but you got the message. And I'm doing a video right after this one. It's going to be like a 5-minute video. One question to ask the heathens, which it's good also for you to know too. Remember, it says in Deuteronomy 32, remember the days of old, remember the many years and many generations, and ask your elders and they will tell you. Ask your fathers and they will tell you. Well, I'm an elder to most of you. 57 years old, almost 60. Rocking it though, rocking it. And I'm here to remind you if you need reminding. If you don't, good, write it down like me so you don't need reminding. So let me read these videos really quick. All the truth is coming to the top. All the stuff is coming to the top. You know nobody ever told you about this Mishnah. Nobody tell me about it either. It's all coming to the top, and I'm going to share it with you. My notes are my videos and my notes, share them. On point. Yes, Truth Seeker, on point. On point. You know it's on point. You know it's on point. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. What is that? Get off of there. And on top, there's our famous rabbi, who they'll try to tell you is a pale-faced guy. No, he's a Negro, Hebrew Israelite. And then he wrote it, and of course, they stole our books. There you go. There you go. Shem is dark and comely and has the whole habitable earth. Love it, love it, love it. Let me read some of the comments. I know there's not that much comments. And then look out for my next videos coming in like 5 minutes from now. Okay. Again, I want to say Tavex to Truth Seeker 3396. Tavex to every knee shall bow. Tavex to TVET. Tavex to Danny Armstead. Tavex to Mary Harris. Tavex to Jason Edwards. Tavex to Rasta Hill. Tavex to Young King. Tavex to Real Talk. Okay, let me see. I already showed you how it's spelled. Let me give it to you one more time. It's in the Sefaria online. This is the name of the famous rabbi in the 2nd, 3rd century, which he's still the famous rabbi today to the fake identity bandits, Jayish people. You know where it is in chapter 24. Wow, stick a fork in it. Yes, I stuck a fork in it. I stuck a fork in it. Royal brothers and sisters, these people so corrupt. They hate. That's why it's groundbreaking. So I put that as a thumbnail. Mary Harris is better, sis. I'm glad, and also I'm glad to see you, Mary Harris. I haven't seen you in a while. You know, some people come on, and some people, I guess, lose interest in Hebrew on the Island too. I don't know how they lose interest in Hebrew on the Island too, but they do. And then I don't see him anymore. But remember, Most High sends who He wants, and whoever's going to get it is going to get it. Anybody else don't want it? Hey, everybody has to work out their own salvation. I'm going to print it and put it on the site for Kyrie. They need to be apologizing to him. You're correct. True seeker, Tom X, my brother. You got the cogs going. They need to apologize to him and Yeezy. But see, you know, Yeezy keeps saying JC and all that. That's to mislead you. So remember, the real leaders is you and I. And any other Torah and Tanakh Israel. No Messianics is leaders. No Christians are leaders. No regular heathens are leaders. We are the leaders. Psalm 147, 19 and 20. He gave his word to Jacob and his statutes and judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nation, and for his judgments they don't know them. Praise ye the Most High. Deuteronomy 29, he gave the commandments for the Israelites to accomplish. It's not their book. And any JC loving Negro, they're not the teacher. Don't follow them. You know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but, you know, they're not the leader. They're the leader in making clothes and making sneakers and rapping and Black Congressional Congress and Jay-Z and Beyonce, devil worship and all that. They're the leader in that. You know, stay in your lane. I've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing this for a long time. Fearing the Most High, keeping His commandments, knowing that He is the only creator and savior and redeemer, not them. And if they come on, great, get in line. Don't open your mouth because you're going to lead people astray with that JC and JC name and all that. Get out of here. That crazy stuff. No, you stay in the back. You're going to lead the sheep off the cliff. Now we'll come, listen, at the end of the time, I always say this to Nuha, at the end of when we get real serious into this Jacob's trouble, many now, they all try to come, breaking down the door. Oh, we Israelites. Just because you know you're an Israelite, an Ebrite, that's not enough. You still have fallen way short. It's fearing the Most High and keeping His commandments, striving to be pure. That's why I say Tav X, purity and becoming one. Having undivided loyalty to the Most High, glorying in your devotion to the Most High. That's what He delights in. That's when you're in the program, in the blender. You ain't in the blender mixing up now. You ain't, because you just said, "Oh, I'm an Israelite. I'm a Semitic." That ain't enough. Short. It fell short. Those are not the leaders. My brother, thank you to our power for bringing the truth out. You are on point. You stuck the fork in. Great video. I'm going to print that. I'm going to print it before they take it off. That's why I wrote it in my book. Just in case, you know, they can turn your computer off too. I have it in my computer, but they can take that shit down. I wrote everything down in my notebook. Paper is the best place. Jeremiah, I don't know what you missed, but Tav X, watch the video when I upload it. You missed a lot. I think. Maybe you didn't. I'm not sure. All praise to the Most High. Blessing to you. Bring it out. That's why the wilderness is for to separate the goats from the sheep. And listen, don't listen to no crazy Hebrew. Oh, we need to find the wilderness now. Listen, diggers. Just think about it. Try to think more than one-dimensional. The Most High already got you in the wilderness. You know the definition of wilderness. Wilderness is a place that's abandoned, unmanicured, hostile. That's the ghetto. That's the cities that you live in. That they don't fix the streets, they don't fix the parks. The schools are terrible. They have liquor stores on every corner, have a billion churches in your neighborhood. That's the wilderness. You're already in the wilderness. That's the definition of a wilderness if you didn't know. An inhospitable place, an an abandoned place, a hostile place. You are in the wilderness. Just read Ezekiel chapter 20. The Most High is going to bring you. He don't need you to do nothing. What he needs you to do is to fear him and keep his commandments, keep the covenant. He needs you to be pure, to strive to be pure. Stop trying to do it. You can't do it. You're not good. He says in Jeremiah 50, he says, I will allow who I will allow to survive. He says in Isaiah 54. He says in Isaiah 43. He says it in Deuteronomy 30, in Jeremiah 30, in Zechariah, in Zechariah chapter 10. He said, I'm going to gather you back. In Isaiah chapter 11, he says, I'm going to move my hand the second time and gather the dispersed in. He says in Isaiah 27, I'm going to pick them up one by one. Isaiah 27. Jeremiah 3, he says, I'm going to pick them up one from a town, two from a country. You know, and let me just share this with you before we bring this to a close. You know, everything's a lie. The maps are all east is west, west is east, north is south, south is east, north. They lied. Everything in your books and schools is lies. You got to relearn everything. Don't go to the Christians. Don't go to the heathens to get your information. Don't go to the Messianics to get your information. You come to the Torah and Tanakh people. Us. We are the teachers of the Tanakh, our history and law book, not who you want to learn from. You want to learn from somebody that is spoken about in Exodus 22. Exodus 22. If anybody, pre-chance, sacrifice to any other God outside of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you will be proscribed. That means destroyed utterly. You mean you want to take lessons from them, how to try to live your life? I don't think so. I'm not. Those are all other people. Only Torah and Tanakh people. That's it. And not in boasting. We boast in our devotion to the Most High, because it says in Jeremiah 24, he gives understanding to them that acknowledge him. And the only way we're going to acknowledge him, because remember Jeremiah 50, he says, I choose who I will allow to survive. So he has allowed us to survive to be able to acknowledge him, that he's the only one. He's the only creator, savior, redeemer, Lord, King of Kings, El Power, whatever you want to say. He's it alone. And I wouldn't know it and you wouldn't know it if he wouldn't have chose you and allowed you to survive to this point. We hope he allows us to survive all the way to the end. Or if he takes us away, then we survive and he'll bring us back, because he's bringing King David back. He's bringing the Israelites back. We read Ezekiel 34, Ezekiel 39, he's bringing them back. Ezekiel 37, the dry bones, he's bringing them back. And King David, and our king, in Hosea chapter 3, he's bringing us back. So anyway, let me get to the point. You know, they said, that's what I used to think a long time ago. That's why I said you can't learn that from him. My last name starts with a T. Anyway, and it's a Irish type of name. And I always would think, especially around white Caucasian people, other people, oh, you got your name from your slave master back in the day. Nah. The European Negroes, remember, we're scattered all around the world. Israelites are, Ezekiel 36, Israelites are in every nation. So the Israelites are in Europe, in the Americas, in the Asia, all over the world. So they say, Caucasians, or you go to their school system, they only teach you your history, Negro, from the 1600s. Oh, you're just a slave. You have nothing else. Let's start at Kunta Kinte and roots. That's where we're going to start your history at. We'll start the fake JC guy, Japheth guy, with everything. That's not true. So I would think that you know, my name comes from them. But when you research a lot, the first Europeans are Negroes. The first Aboriginal Indians of the Western Hemisphere, the Americas, are Negroes. They're Negroes everywhere. So maybe, I don't know, because I've been hearing this a while here from other people I listen to. I don't listen to that many people, maybe one or two or three. That's it, maybe two, that's it. And they mention it, and I thought about it before because I do my own research. And I'm like, yo, Irish people, they're not from the tribe of Dan. And I keep hearing that Dan. And you know, Dan, they got a very bad reputation. My family, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't talking real bad about my family, but I got a couple scoundrels, knew how those, a couple scoundrels in the family. And maybe we could come from the tribe of Dan. Maybe not, because they just took on that name, maybe just copied the name from somebody else, who knows? But this is what I want you to think about. The Dan of the past is not going to be the Dan of the future. And if I am a Danite, I'm going to be the best damn Danite, if the Most High allows, that ever has been. Because how wicked the Danites was back then, they ain't going to be wicked in the new kingdom. The Most High is not allowing no wickedness. If I'm a Danite. I don't know, I kept hearing it though. Like, somebody mentioned something about Irish people. You know, they said Martin Luther King, that King is like an Irish name, English name. and then the person said, well, he's like an Irish person because he said whatever. And then he said, you know those Danites. And then even Caucasian people who think that they're the Israelites, they try to say that they're Danites. And Danites got a bad representation. But you know, Samson is the Danite, a judge. So it doesn't matter if I'm one, because everybody wants to be Judah. Everybody wants to come right from the line of David. Just be happy whatever line you come from. And be the best damn Reubenite. Let me see if I can say it. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. Manasseh, no, let me get it, because my head got messed up with the Dan. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, Benjamin. There you go. And Joseph is broken up into Ephraim, and Manasseh. There you go. Remember, the Dan thing just gave me a shock. But if I am a Danite, I'm gonna be the best damn Danite tribe member ever. But we don't know 100%. That's just a little tidbit I threw in there. Remember, Samson comes and the Danites are the law bringers. And I was in law in my job. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, you and me should just be happy if we could make it. That we could get into, number one, make it through the whole Jacob's trouble, which is Jeremiah 30. Then the great and awesome and terrible day of the Most High, which is in Joel chapter 2. And the last finale of finales, make it in Ezekiel chapter 20. That's why you have to look for the wilderness. Most High is bringing the remaining, that's why there's going to be 1/3 of 1/3. He's going to bring the remaining 1/3 into the wilderness to test them, to afflict them. And then 1/3 out of that 1/3 is coming, because he's going to weed out all the rebels. And I pray every day that I make it all the way in to Ezekiel chapter 20, be brought into the wilderness, but not be labeled as a rebel. And just make it in. I don't want to make it in just by the skin of my teeth. I want to make it in. That's why I'm putting in work. That's why I'm trying to get my book bag. When you come home from school when you're young, your mother or your guardian opens your book bag to see what you got in there. So that's why I'm at work. Be at work, Israel. Whether you're a Danite, whether you're a Reubenite, an Issacharite, a Reuben, Man, I'm losing it today because I'm so excited. I listed the 12 already. Manassite, Ephraimite, Benjamite, Issacharite, Asherite, an Aaronite, whatever. The main thing is you want to be pleasing to the Most High. You don't want to have a stiff neck. You want to have undivided loyalty. This is the new Yeshua Israel. Hebrew on the island too. I'm sorry for my brain freezes, but I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about the Mishnah. I'm so excited about Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. I'm so excited about it. It's the fork in the stuffing. And I'm so excited about learning about Perky de Rabbi Eliezer. Are you? This is the new Yeshua Israel, Hebron Island 2. Until next time. And listen, the next time's coming in about, look out. Give me about 7 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm going to have another quick video, so you're going to be able to go. Something that, well, if you can't come, watch it at another time. But it's directed towards the heathens, but it's something that they're going to be able to comprehend in their mind. This is a new Yeshua Israel, Hebron Island 2. Until next time.